There is no way to know when these orders were sent or received. Rokor took some seekers north some time ago. They must be in that region by now. If the temple still stands, warn Grawl and his followers. If it is lost, we must do what we can.
Oh, my back is killing me.
Take boat service to Atalgral. Ah, there's some mackerel here. I'll only fish every unique fish once. Don't worry. Well, each pool. Same deal, you can use it to make the fish oil or cook it. And no, it's catfish that we need. We can now make 4 recipes.
Speak your business.
Where are you heading, Mon? Let's go to Atalgral.
Zandala forever.
I keep checking under the boat at night. These Nagas seem to be everywhere. It'd be a shame what happened in Atalgral. So it already happened, eh? A few years ago the Naga came. Their hooks tore down the temple. Every last one of his followers were slain. Grawl was furious. Anyone near the water that night could feel his pain as each one fell. The Naga were gone for some time. There was talk of rebuilding, but with Grawl either missing or too weak to help, it remained just talk. Oi, did you see what the princess did to the Alliance? Off to your left you will notice some of the wreckage. That was some serious lower power. Yeah, I was there. Kinda weird. There's a Horde boat there, but they don't have enough people. Like, you would think that the people on the Horde boat would be helping clearing out the Alliance.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Rokor says, I fear those orders were found too late to help those that served here. About 5 years too late.
Come back with some better stories. Greetings, sir and/or ma'am.
Gill goblins are horrid creatures. The sycophantic little sea dwellers will happily do the bidding of their Naga masters, no matter how disdainful. The Scrolls of Grawl and clear the riffraff. Scrolls of Grawl. These giblins are ridiculous. They are like a swarm of angry bees buzzing around. Maybe not bees. Bees are useful and make honey and don't steal things. They ransacked our scrolls. Most were unusable, but there were 3 that were quite potent. It would be most unfortunate if these made it back to their masters, the Naga. Please clean up their mess and bring back our scrolls. Clear the riffraff. The Naga sent their tiny foul muck-smelling minions into our camp. They are quite bothersome. If we do nothing, their numbers continue to grow. They could pose a threat. You look quick and handy. Could you perhaps expunge a few for us?
Not everything in the ocean is as good looking or nice
Deep sea satin. Huh. A second cloth, I guess.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Trader Crow, this sunken city was once a beautiful temple dedicated to the Loa of the sea, Graal. However, the Naga came and destroyed the temple. All of his followers were killed. If Graal survives, he is weak. Clear the riffraff. Maybe someday they will learn to think for themselves, or at least choose a master more wisely.
If you find anything exotic, bring it. Step closer and don't mumble.
Ah, Pandaren, I was always fascinated by your native language. Power of the waves. Oh. Oh no. If as was a weight has lifted. We knew that sneaky-haired witch was dead. Waves of power. An ancient spell work emblazoned this scroll in a collection of symbols that are beyond your understanding. A purity scroll. Only the spell's title is legible on this ancient scroll. Edicts of Graal. The text on this scroll is of an ancient troll dialect and written using a special code. It could take a lifetime to unravel its complexities. These scrolls must be kept safe. I dare not think how the Naga could have used the secrets within should they have deciphered them. Saving for later. We need time to recover the artifacts from this place, time the Naga will not let us have. However, we do have a plan. We simply hide what we don't want them to find, and they come back in a decade or two, they will have forgotten about this place by then. Take this illusion scroll and use it to conceal the notable artifacts of power.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway. Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Awaken a god. You see the sinking ruins to the east. They were, not long ago, a temple to the shark Loa Graal. The Naga tore down his temple, and now are stealing his secrets. If it is for something good, I'll be a rock's uncle. It would be wise to let Grawl know what's going on here. I do not think he would approve. Grawl was quite powerful, and when it came to his knowledge of the sea, none could compare. It never hurts to have a fellow like that on your side. Some fresh bloody Naga meat may just lure him out. There's a character missing, it says lure him out.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Find Grawl, let him know that what transpires here. We do not think he will approve. His sharp, pointy teeth could come in handy. Naga flesh looks like salmon. Maybe I should try some myself. Maybe going to war with the Naga won't work, but overfishing might. And now it's a cart. And a treasure chest.
My life for Azara! Die, Landwalker! My queen, I've failed.
If that's one of his two teeth, this is gonna be one giant shark. There's an Growlian idol.
The tide ebbs. Your bones will sharpen my trident.
If your trident can be sharpened by my bones, it mustn't be very sharp. Considering bones really aren't that strong. They're okay, but they're not metal sharpening strong. A chest of pearls. That might not be the best disguise. Like if they want pearls, they'll check an oyster just the same. Ooh. Gnat. Now if you get hit while on this mount, you will sink into the water. There is a feeling of anticipation emanating from the bowl. Now this is an offering worthy of my attention. The deliciously sharp scent of Naga rage-infused blood with the sweet tender morsels. I will attend for this. Beneath the waves, those witches dare. In my temple, Siavas is stretching past the realm of that which she cannot comprehend. There is a darkness seeking them, and they call to it. Her kind will become no more than a hollow tool to those who may answer. I feel it moving beneath us, around us. I can feel it like a tremor through my being. There is a pressure there. It's a weight greater than that of the deepest ocean. You must stop them. They are not welcome here. To the south you'll find what remains of my temple. It will be you there. I will find you there, and we will teach these Naga about the fury of a shark Loa. I'd appreciate like some underwater breathing or something. There were like these grawl thingies along the coast, right? Maybe they give something useful. Sand Shifter already did that one. So if you change direction, you lose speed. Gotcha. Get back, Spirit of Grawl. His voice belongs to me. I can still hear you, Master, she says. Beneath the waves, the Naga are trying to hide something. My strength may be waning, but one should never underestimate a Loa. We get a ring, which is a couple of eye levels better, or a trinket, which isn't better, so the ring. Let's see. The gnawed thumb ring seems to be the one to replace. We gain 81 and 81 critical strike, and we lose what? 75 haste and 18 mastery. Yeah, this is an upgrade. Word from the deep, a dark soul has infiltrated the Zakulai Council, seeking an accord with Queen Ashara. Some followed, though through greed or fear. Others were too trusting and believed his lies. We fall, one by one. They will soon clear the path of resistance. Ashara's motives are hidden behind a vast darkness. She reaches into a place from which she cannot return. I would pity her, but she killed my followers. When the time comes, I will rip her apart. There is something out there. There is darkness. The Naga's motives here were not self-driven. I will find out more. Grow in strength and wisdom, Saitor. We will need it. Let's kill one of these jellyfish. Oh, they drop ink, so they're squids. Tari is down here.
I do so enjoy a good scroll.
We don't... Oh, we have Graal's Blessing. Graal is with you. You feel at home in the water. Okay, so now we can breathe underwater. We can buy just regular stuff from him.
Greetings, sir, and or ma'am.
Gresho, Master Tailkeep. An extremely potent alcoholic beverage. For 1 gold each. Such variety. Let's drink one. To kill you, Debbie Drowner. The dart below, cannon shot, grape shot, musket muddler, white Tortollan, Leviathan tears, Graal's growler, Shelini, sunken pylon, Drustvine, the finest vintage in Drustvar, Briarthini, has slight wooden thorny flavor. To kill you, popular among the undead.
Come back with some better stories.
You're feeling drunk. Wow, we are very drunk. And now we're just tipsy.
Step closer and don't mumble.
Naga may be long-lived, but their attention spans are not what they once were. These antiquities should remain safe and preserved until we return. How long-lived are Naga? Word from the deep. It seems the Naga have moved up in a threat level from mere nuisance to... These are dark days indeed.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway.
Inform the Horde. This was all perpetrated by someone on the Zakulai Council. They sacrificed their own people, Graal's followers, for Ashara. This is unconscionable. Unconscionable? They weaken the foundation, so the kingdom will fall. One of your people must have direct access to the king. Anyone else could be the traitor.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
Let's go turn in those sea scrolls first. I doubt we should talk with any diplomats of any description while we're still drunk. Oh! Star mob. Kiboku. And another star mob. Golrokon. Alright, I wasn't far enough away.
I believe we should trade with people of all races and creeds, except the Naga. Horrible creatures.
Well, I can agree to that. The Great Sea Scrolls. Oh my, is that a complete set of the Runeous Pilgrimage? With a first generation scroll case to boot? Why, I haven't seen one of these in decades. Here, I have a nice hat I acquired in a trade from a tall fellow some years ago. He said it was from up north. Did I ever tell you the stories that my father's mother's father told me about the days of the pilgrimage? It all started with that scoundrel from... Hey, where are you going? We got a Vrykul cowl. And some 350 Azaroth.
Never underestimate the value or power of something more than 2 centuries old.
Alright. So, this is definitely an upgrade. Let's see what we get. Secrets of the Deep. Your spells and abilities have a chance to create a surging droplet nearby. Collecting it increases your primary stat by 126 for 18 seconds. Rarely, a void droplet will be created, increasing your primary stat by 250 for 18 seconds instead. Oof. Or we could go with Shrouded Suffocation. Garrote casts from stealth, generates 2 additional combo points and deals 377 additional damage. Well, Garrote does 5,700 damage over 18 seconds, so that becomes 6,000 damage, which isn't that much of an increase. The 2 combo points are nice, but most of the time... How should I put it? That only happens once at the start of combat. Or at most once every 2 minutes if we use Vanish on a bigger mob. This could be interesting. Secrets of the Deep. Let's give it a shot. It's leveling gear anyway, so we're eventually gonna swap it out anyway. And then we have Resounding Protection. Every 30 seconds gain an Absorb Shield for 5,524 that lasts for 30 seconds. So that's 5,500 extra health pretty much that gets refreshed every 30 seconds. That's pretty sweet. That is 10% health increase. Or Longstrider, increase your movement speed by 12% of your highest secondary rating up to 4%. So that's maximum of 4 movement speed, so no. 4% is really not enough to bother. I guess this looks like Vicruel fashion. Who am I to judge? Level 8 as well. Have we been here before? Is this the place where we ended up with the king eventually?
Knowledge is the best currency. But I do take gold and interest in trade-ins. Knowledge is the best currency. But I do take gold and interest in trade-ins. Come back and barter sometime.
On a full
I've
stomach.
seen things that would scare you shellless. Come back with some better stories.
What's this with these turtle people insulting my stories?